Okay, onwards and upwards with the next level. We just defeated Dusty Greens. What we have now is Fungus Woods, restricted to only older style wooden rides. Your challenge is to build a thriving theme park in Fungus Woods. Have at least 2,500 guests. Okay, so we're back to a timed mission here. Have a certain amount of guests. Again, with park rating of 600. I think Amity Airfield was surely harder than this, right? Well, Amity Airfield wasn't completely covered in woodlands here. That's our entrance. Is that our only entrance? Looks like it. Jings, that's rough. You enter here, you walk through a colossal forest, and you're rewarded with a merry-go-round. That's kind of creepy. Too creepy. I'm getting rid of you. And I'm also going to bulldoze this path. Yeah, sure. Wait, maybe that's a bit big. Let's get rid of that. There's way too much path here, but if I... can't we just close the park for now? I don't like having these people just dossing around here. And I should certainly hide the scenery, or at least see through it for now. Alright, what we're going to do, we have a lot of fairly flat area here, so it shouldn't be too hard to work with. But it mentioned us only having old style wooden roller coasters. This is some old styly stuff. Spiral slide, ghost train. Ooh, no thrill rides. Roller coasters are side friction, reverse roller, and wooden roller coaster. Well, we made a fantastic wooden roller coaster in a previous place. I'm not copying over the design, but I can surely make something similar by memory-ish. How'll we do this then? Is there a way to keep it constantly having see-through scenery? I'd love to be able to hotkey that. And you know me and hotkeys, I don't often fall in love with those. Well, let's start by giving ourselves a bit of a loop to work with. I always like having a loop, because it makes me think of Caesar 3, of course. It's probably better just to lower this land, but I won't. I'll go over it. And this is burning my money already. Okay, it's a bit ridiculous me keeping on doing that, but there we go. There we go. We got ourselves a loop. Now, how best to put this loop into action? We'll start out with an information kiosk right there. We'll never be able to sell umbrellas when it's not raining, but a woodland like this surely has rain. And I also want to charge a bit more for the maps, and then we'll get some basic crummy attractions going first. So, good grief, this scenery is going to get way in my way. There we go. Wow, there's a real channel schedule now, says James MCM03. I've had it for a wee while now. Ever since going full time, it seemed about right to actually have a schedule. They laughed when I said it would be happening. Who's laughing now? It's probably still you. Now let's get these crappy well, no, not even coasters, just crappy attractions going. Is that the guy lost? I told you to get out of my park. No, no, please leave. What is your problem? There we go. Now you get out. I will have some music going, even if it's creepy music. I'll have the old bum scorcher going as well. Is there an option that's just always see-through scenery? No. No, there's not. I don't know what causes it to come back. because I'm not very good at perception. Oh, it's whenever I hit backspace. Alright, that's some basic crummy rides going. I don't mind the hedge maze so much either. Well, if I can have a good place to place it down. It seems to be bizarrely popular when I put down these hedge mazes. As in, I just can't explain it. It was queued out the door last time. To the point where ooh, didn't take that into account, did I? This is admission price at the door only. Alright, well, let's take a tenner off of people and open up the park. I haven't been doing my research either. Need to change that. Maximum funding. Gentle roller coaster, not the scenery. Water rides are good. If I can get that old water ride going again, that'd be nice. Oh god, boat hire. Why boat hire? There's no water to be had. Is there a way to terraform water into the game? Number 4 on the key. Ah, there we go. It's not number pad 4, but just plain old 4. Bit of a strain to keep my left hand on the arrow keys. River rafts. A river track? River raft sounds dangerously awful. Oh well, let's have it anyway. Open the hedge maze as well, Jake. You might be asking a lot there, but we'll do it, Nitro. Hey, we had you in the stream earlier. Okay, let's customize our whatever this is, river rafts. Forgive my worry about how this is going to turn out, but oh well. Give ourselves a nice big entry point, and what do you do? Station platform and bends. What a world we live in. Hold on, you don't even go up or down. It's just forward. How do you make this exciting in any way? I don't think it's supposed to be exciting. Oh dear. I feel like I'm gonna waste a lot of space just to have this monstrosity here, but there we go. Let's test it out, I guess. No waiting. Rafts are all we get. Well, there we go at least. Let's get some stalls going. I already put down the information kiosk, right? Yeah, I did. One could always have more of them though. And people will want to buy, not giant cookies, that's not real food. There's no burgers, there's no chicken nuggets. This could be the worst park we've ever had yet. Still, let's get some drinks going. Let's get some, oh, fried chicken will have to do. And some toilets. Didn't I tell you to test? There we go. Oh, I mean, how could it possibly fail? Just open the stupid thing up and... Oh, we can't charge for rides either, so let's not worry about that. 13 guests in this awful place. It's not the most well-liked place either. Can't forget our goal here, although I already have. I have 4 years to get 2,500 with 600 happiness. And yeah, the rides we have to accomplish this with are pretty boggin. That said, we made the wooden roller coaster really work for us last time, but it was still bigger than I'd like my wooden coaster to be. I did that with a reverse thing as well. Maybe I could make a small but exciting Virginia reel. And could have it use this area after all. I haven't used a Virginia reel before, so I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Does it do tight corners? Very tight corners, but all it does is that and station platforms. That's rough. Alright, well, up you go, I guess. How far up do you go? That's all we get. Okay. Well, round and down you go. Like I said, I don't think there's any merit in making this thing overly exciting. I don't want to end it on that point though. Let's just bring it back round. And little bandit rolls to a... Ooh. Well, my bank balance rolls to a gentle stop. Amazing. Everyone will want to ride this thing. We'll test it out as soon as we have the entrance. And exit. You could not pay me enough to ride one of those, says Hardycore. Don't know what you're getting at. I've never seen one before to ride it, but looks fine to me. Not being able to charge per ride entry is a bit painful though. One should always have this thing raise as fast as possible, and it doesn't look like a ride that benefits from minimum waiting time. I wonder if those corners are a bit too many G's for my people. They could be. Alright, now I'm a little worried about how the... Oh my days, those G's. Those are lateral. But who knows, maybe it's still really good. Oh, okay, it's not very good. Too extreme for them, is it? The problem is doubtlessly around here. I think it's those super tight corners. So I could just take it like that, but then I'd need to run this off somehow. But that I think could still be done. I think it just needs to... Well, they can enjoy the speed at least. And then I just need them to get that speed off. Because there's no way to just have regular brakes or anything. Hang on. No, I've got something resembling a good idea. We're going to get down, and then we're just going to go hump, de-hump. Because I bet that'll kill a lot of the speed. Yeah, no, forget working my way around this thing. I'm just gonna flatten them. Oop, that cost me a lot more than it had to. What a sad, sad coaster. I feel bad for even building this thing. But it should be a lot, well, better for our people. Jake, check your park rating. It's on its way up. Yeah, that park entrance is not worth worrying about. What is worth worrying about is that it's way too cheap to enter and I need that dosh. And yes, I'm well aware that the entrance is all kinds of messed up. So those lateral G's shouldn't be too bad. Those humps are slowing it down. And now it should roll to that gentle stop. Actually strikes me as a pretty good ride now. What? Okay, very high intensity is fine. We can open it up as is. However, we should probably have a first aid station right next to it. And I have not yet put benches and bins all over my place, nor have I hired any staff. This place needs benched and it needs binned. Tell you what else needs binned, that Virginia reel. Tell you that Virginia reel probably has immense park value, because park value is all three of those calculations added together. So I think I've accidentally built a really, really good coaster. And it certainly was an accident. Yeah, I bet I could charge even more for this place. Let's make it 25 and start working on the next coaster. Oh, here we go. Johnny D wants to get in on it. I need some handymen, so we'll grab a few and a few mechanics, and we're good. And then I wonder where my money's going. Oh, this is getting tricky. I bet I could charge even more than this. How much money do people have when they come in here? I want to see somebody come in and then pause the game and check. They're coming in with about 60 bucks. So it's good to know I can charge an arm and a leg around here. However, I need some coasters that I can make very small but good dosh out of them coasters. I haven't made a small wooden coaster before. They don't feel very good for making small ones out of. Also, I should almost certainly have benches as soon as people come out of here. Oh! Buy my umbrellas, please. I need the money pretty badly. Benches and designated handyman at the end of the new vomit factory. Tell you what, let's have this guy and let's just tell him, you only do this area. So you grab all the vomit that comes out of the people that ride the Vomitron. Can't you do a black wind with a wooden coaster? A black wind? Oh, black weeb. We could try. We could certainly try. I have... Oh, right. What made the black weeb special is that he can pull chains up as he does a curve. I'd be a bit hard-pressed to do that with a wooden roller coaster. But that won't stop us from trying. Let's make a little model over here if we can. I just had it be a little bit like that, and then it went up, up, up. Wow, that is crap, isn't it? And let's have it just spin around real fast. Oh, God. I am ashamed to call this thing a coaster. Let's give it an entrance, an exit, and see how it fares. Ashamed. This better not get good stats. Yeah, that's a bit rubbish. I had a photo section to add to it. Okay, pretty awful that. I must be missing some key thing that you need to do for a wooden coaster. But I should still try to design a wooden coaster that is small, but actually going to turn a decent profit. Can you rename the workers? That sick mopper deserves a nice chat scrub name. If so, well, Dark Young, you seem ready for it. It was Handyman 5, right? That's your job. Okay, maybe it doesn't have to be so compact, but I could certainly still make something that that doesn't suck. Surely. Could we make it tighter, perhaps? That doesn't go in. Alright, I have an idea. It doesn't have to be as small as I'm trying to go for. Let's try not to... We don't have to just make another black weeb, is what I'm saying. And sometimes one really shouldn't. Don't you tell me I'm out of money, although we are eating up a lot more debt than I tend to, which should be a bit worrying. Getting in the way there, are we? Perhaps we could still straighten up, but go over ourselves. It's hard to really see what I'm doing here. Perhaps we could do the same, but go downwards a bit more. Because I want to get under what I've made here. Oh, nice. Escape. Do a little loop-de-loop in a way that actually brings us closer to the exit. No, that makes it too tight for the exit. Chunk. Into the water splash. A nice photo segment to finish it off. And we should have enough of a speed deboost after that. To be done. As in happy enough to it's not enough, is it? Okay. I put a lot into you, but it still looks okay to me. Smash you down there, and let's give it a test. Naturally, the hill climb speed should be as fast as possible. It'd be really funny if it didn't manage to make it to these bits. Coasters are already looking way better than the Crazy Castle ones, says Yaway. Yeah, well, I've been working on it. Oh, I hope that sudden snap back and forth doesn't hurt too much. Maybe it does. What are you telling me? What are you telling me? Oh, hey, those vertical G's are... Why is it so crap? Surely it's more exciting than that. Am I missing something with this? I would expect something a lot more exciting given what I made here. Might not be long enough. Jake, the minimum ride length is 370 meters, so you're telling me it's just barely not long enough. I got a table with the... Oh, man. It would be nice if they showed that in any way here. Alright, but it needs something. I understand. That's a real shame, because I can't imagine how you're meant to know that. I don't want to spill it out too much, though. I really don't want to spill it out too much. If it starts getting out and about, then that's just nasty. Let's get rid of that then, and yeah, this doesn't really help much at all, does it? Just adding length for the sake of length at this point. What to do? What to do? Well, it's fairly calm, so I can have unbanked turns here. So when in doubt, do exactly that. Yeah, I did barely anything, but that will surely be enough. Does it have to... Okay, it doesn't know yet. Whoosh. And just like that, it got a lot better, but those unbanked turns hurt a lot. It's just too extreme. Maybe I should have a bit of break here, just so it can take this a bit easier. Classic Jake boring coaster ending. Yes, it is. I wanted it to be small and cheap, though. Okay, what was the problem here? Not enough brakes at this point. So we go brakes instead, and then we can probably do exactly the same thing. Except, you know, this stuff has to go. Perfect. I think you'll all agree. Oh, wow. Just like that, it's become high excitement. Excellent. Okay, then this will be saved as something. Actually, I could just keep it where it is. It's not really doing any harm out there, is it? Yeah, fair enough. She is open for business. She is, of course, charging you an arm and a leg for the pictures, because I don't have many ways of making money here, sadly. And out you go to here. I hope I can still put a do not enter sign on that, because I don't want people going up there. There we go. If you know of a way to default to not having these, no, I can't charge an admission price. If you know a way of not having the foliage show, instead of having to hit it every single time, please tell me. I am kind of desperate to know. Alright, with that, surely we can charge far more entry price. Probably 50 bucks. Now we can actually make some money. Do some marketing for this beast. I agree. Right, who wants to be the name for a beautiful park here, though? Not the park. God, no, you don't get to name the park. You get to name the wooden roller coaster. I just discovered customers are willing to pay £4 to go on a lousy chairlift. Probably when it's new. Not so sure about not new. Okay, people are not really queuing up for the Virginia. They'd far rather go on the... They'd far rather go through the maze. I think bare minimum, because it's just long enough. Well, we've called things the bare minimum before. Call it the boring ending. Fair enough. It's a shame. I would like more people to ride this, because I can actually make a bit of dosh off of the end part there. I should also make sure that we have seats aplenty for the people that are a bit pukey after that. Most rides, though, have boring endings. They slow down and then you very slowly make your way into the into where you started. It's not something unusual. Advertising campaign for the boring ending. And for the park as a whole, I guess. I need people coming in. And we'll give people some free fried chicken when they come in, too. It's expensive, sure, but if it brings people into the park, then that's worth our time. And it doesn't look like we're turning people away. I'm taking all of their money, though. I should almost certainly have an ATM at the front, so that people can top up on dosh. Okay, it's a pretty terrible park, but my roller coasters are getting a lot better. That's what I firmly believe. What the hell is this? I wanted to do a twist, and then I realized if I twisted it, then I would have to change its direction. So I just untwisted it and then put it into a really crooked, almost helix. But we roll with the blows around here. Ghost train. No, there's no fun to be had in Ghost Train. In real life, the operators want the people getting off the ride to not look traumatized or ready to vomit when they're walking past those in queue, says Barcode. I don't know, have you worked in a theme park? Because I know someone that has. It's not you. Jake, One Direction fan? I don't know what you're talking about. Ah, man, that intensity is pretty high. But it's the it's the nausea that makes people sick, and it's not that bad for that. Okay, so here's my thought. Can I then just... Let's bring up the excitement, because we saw this before. Can I just go da 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 da, and then the excitement changes. It's a 6.64, and then it becomes 6.67. That seems a bit untoward, but oh well. What if I put a pathway above it? Or even through the loop. Doesn't look like I can just bring it up, sadly. I need to build it up to there. Ah, well, that seems too cheap even for me. I just want to understand excitement a bit more. Oh, right, but when we put scrubs for scrub brushes out there... And this tool makes it a lot easier. That excitement really goes places. Now it's 7. Don't you need 7 excitement for that later mission? I could probably do it in half of Aristo's time at this rate. Dinosaurs are nice and all, but we're hurting on the money front. Oh god, this looks so dull. How do people feel about it? Apparently it's great. You get an excitement bonus for a different type of path on some coasters. Okay, what I was really wanting to make were 2 more synergized coasters. I'm really excited about that, but my options are very few here. I don't know anything about the side friction coaster. I've never used it before. Is it awful? It looks awful. Maybe I could have it go through that. Then it would be slightly less awful. Let's learn a thing or two about how we can actually do it. Oh god, it's got nothing? Okay. How big are the carts? Short. But I bet it would be cool to get a side friction coaster through that thing. If I remember the Dutchman's YouTube channel correctly, it's pretty darn awful. That guy knows his stuff. But I don't want to be... I don't want to feel like I can't make my own rules around here. Alright. It's just a bit too tall there. Or it just doesn't go through. But let's hold that off for now. I'm sure we can make it happen. Oh god, have I done the same thing 3 times there? Feels like I have. Oh yeah. I hope this isn't one of those horrible rides that it all goes pear-shaped if I do it slightly wrong. I can't bank my turns here. Does that mean they're going to be terrible? It feels like it means it's going to be terrible. It just disappeared there. Does that mean it's going to go whee and come right off? Because I feel like that's what it means. Let's see, you go. You go whee, and then... Okay, yeah, I have a feeling that's not good. I have a feeling that's quite the opposite of good. Alright, back we go. But I think we're onto something alright here. Maybe I just need to bring it up further. Yeah, I think that's it. Make it jump, Jake. Now let's try to avoid having it jump. No, that's not going to make that. That is not going to make that. This ride looks awful, so let's make sure it stays awful. Could we at least get over this little bit here, please? Alright, that looks truly terrible. Make sure it blasts off. And needs an entrance and exit. It's a blast, alright. That worries me a bit. Can I get in and out this way, I wonder? No. No, I cannot. But I bet I could do it this way. There's a bump in the way, isn't there? Yeah, and I'm just not seeing it. Okay, easily solved though. I haven't even checked to see if this ride is worth anybody's time. I should do that first. How do you rate? What do you mean no results? I told you to test the thing. Test it with real people, suggests Jagger, and I suggest maybe that's a bad idea. Just maybe. Tell me more. Whoop. Oh, come on. The whole reason I didn't make you bigger than that was because I thought you couldn't make it. Why must disappointment weigh so heavily? Oh, that's 9 meters. But now we're at 7 meters. And now if I just S-bank you left and S-bank you left. Maybe go down a bit more. Wait, what? Am I off by 1? I'm usually off by 1. 6 meters, fine. I have a feeling this is still risky though. Because it's going to have a lot of speed here. Down a bit more, and it's going to hit another wee cresty bit here. Maybe I need some brakes at this point. Well, we'll watch it crash again. Jake, side friction coasters are a lost cause. Abandon this folly. Nonsense. I don't... How can one thing be so bad? Alright, now it's... Hold on, that probably still counts as a crest. Now surely it'll be fine there. Make the initial lift a little lower as well. I don't want to. I already threaded the needle. I made the boring ending so much more exciting. Although maybe that's just the view of all the crashes that they get now. How? How could you derail there? What's the problem? Okay, it's time for some more aggressive measures here. Oh no, I'm off by one again, as I often am. I didn't need that there. It's all about you. Maybe I should put on some brakes before I start S-bending it as well. But then I'm S-bending it. Okay, how can you possibly fail now? I'm sure you'll find a way, but let's see. Meanwhile, my money isn't exactly going up right now, so I would quite like to have more rides available. Abandon this folly, his words echo in my head. But why? It failed if I... like, it just smashed earlier. How do I not have it smash? I think it derailed at that point, didn't it? Yeah, why does it break there? I don't understand. Is it because this loop up is too extreme? Alright, that seems a bit better. Far less exciting. Maybe it'll make it. If you go fast on a hill, it gets launched. That was hardly something you could call fast. Okay, well, at least I managed to clear that death-defying swoop. What about this? This is a crash and a half, isn't it? No, it's not. Interesting. Because it looked a lot worse than the last one. Boring AF, says Epiphanis. This is the nature of the game, right? You breeze through it and then you get caught up on one coaster for an hour. But on the plus side, it made the other coaster a lot more exciting. Oh, I gotta remember I'm on a time limit here, and it needs a lot of guests for a crummy park. What are its stats? We're about to find out. I have a feeling it goes a bit too fast at the end there. Like, if I have guests, it's probably going to crash on that that bit there. I'm worried about that speed of it. Hey, it's got high excitement and high intensity. I've made a pretty awesome ride here, if I dare say so, and I do dare say so. But I am still going to change this out for a couple of breaks, because I'm a bit worried about it. And then we're just going to open it up for the public and feel pretty good about it. What's that? I've just made the most exciting... what is this crappy coaster even called again? I was trying to be cocky there, but it's not working for me now. Make the exit path go under where the track pops up at the end. That's definitely not high enough for that. Name it derails a lot. Sure. Oh god, it almost didn't clear that as well. Hopefully I didn't kill its excitement rating with that. Maybe the excitement was really about how close they come to falling off of that. I thought that was it crashing. That sounded a lot like it would be it crashing. I still have a lot of space to work with, so I'm just going to keep this as no man's land. Okay, there we go. Your path is still messed up. Yes, yes it is. Yoink. Alright, there we go. Even though we have barely any guests in the park, we're doing okay, I think. Let's just advertise the park again, and of course advertise that particularly awesome ride. Sir derails a lot. Now, during all that excitement, we surely unlocked some new rides, right? I think I already have a crooked house. I do. Do I have a merry-go-round? I do. Oh my god, do I have a mini golf course? I could make my own golf course. How crummy can a golf course get? I think we should discover that ourselves. this is the one I want to change here. No, not delete all these rides. I want to bring it back. That's probably what it needs for an entrance and an exit. Can it even be tested? Somebody will come in for that. I've never built a golf course, either in real life or in this game, but I've never seen it. Please call it Mar-a-Lago. I have no idea what that means, so why not? You said please, so we'll make it happen. Oh, why are they not starting? Oh, well, somebody is. Once somebody goes through it, I'm sure we'll figure out how exciting it is. Ooh. I could make it all Doom-like. Still, what an awful place. Can you make another mini golf course with no holes and just pathways for science? I'm with you on that. Let's do it. Build our own custom design, and we'll have it as the competitor golf course next door. Oh right, it needs an entrance and an exit. That's where we goofed up. So the station platform probably needs to be 2. But then we're reaching dangerous excitement levels here, I think. Oh my god! They're going for it! You can't be serious. Are you gonna give me any thoughts about mini golf? It's not the most exciting thing known to man. Did he even leave? Mini Golf 1 was great! Alright, we need a name for this. I like the Quantum Golf. I think we've found the greatest thing there is. Mini Golf 1 is broken down, that'll be the day. I do have people, right? Mechanics, handyman, grab a couple more. Death March to Canada. I would like to raise the entrance price, but then I wouldn't be able to bring in people that only have 50 bucks. And I'd quite like to bring in as many folks as I can. The money situation doesn't look too bad now, but the guest situation still isn't great. Look at that, that guy's really happy. Quantum Golf was great. And, you know, the difference isn't that big. It's not like 3.03 excitement is something to hang on. I bet if we had some gardens in the area... Can I make this a considerably smaller area? No? Okay. I bet this is about to get a lot more exciting. I don't know if they changed or not. God, it's more intense than it is exciting. 0.01 more exciting. I wonder if we could make it even more exciting. Some things just have to be figured out. I wouldn't want these guys getting Getting rained on. Oh, stuff's getting dangerously exciting. Now it's Schrodinger's golf. You don't know if it's going on in there or not. Damn. Alright, well, let's not have any more of that. We unlocked the wooden wild mouse, which I've never used before. Do we have pretty much anything else we could use here? If I had my favorite, I don't sell food or drink around here, which is a problem. What I am thinking about is a souvenir stall. It's usually very good for me, but it's not available, which is a real problem. Let's also start paying off that enormous loan. The interest is crippling. How about some toilets, Jake? We have one toilet over here, and we have another toilet over there. Can't imagine people needing more. But since you insist, let's build some over here, in case people get a bit too excited by quantum golf. And I'm kind of surprised I don't already have one around here, because surely people are going to be wetting themselves after this Virginia reel. High excitement. I think I'm getting pretty good at building high excitement rides. When you can make a high excitement Sir derails a lot, you know you've got it going on. I didn't even do everything I could have done with that. I'd puke after paying for quantum golf. You don't pay though, that's the thing. Although I'm wondering just how much people would pay. Could I make a could I make a theme park made entirely out of quantum golf and all you do is walk around? I bet if I had more stairs and stuff it would be more exciting. Your rides are exploding with excitement, says Unitech. Recht. I'm not particularly interested in... Oh man, car ride, I bet it's crap. Then again, we've gotten pretty good at building exciting crap rides. So maybe we should try again. I'm boxing myself in quite a bit, especially with what I did over here. So maybe this thing can do tight turns, and maybe I can have its entry and exit point around here. These are all possibilities. Let's figure out how car ride works. Have a platform, and let's just have it go up. Oh god, it's a... Okay. I have a feeling this isn't going to be particularly exciting for anybody involved. I suppose I could at least have it go over this thing. Get your picture taken with the car rides in the background. Alright, let's test this abomination. Once it has its entrance and exit. Oh my god. This looks horrible. Just horrible. how is that going to be exciting to anybody? I'd have to build a lot of gardens and things to make that even remotely exciting. But I guess that's the challenge of this one, you know, build a park that people actually want to go to, even though you have only those boring rides around. But we have funnel cakes, and I'd go to a theme park for funnel cakes, so let's put one up over here. Because you'll need something to eat while you're going on that agonizingly slow ride. Look at it. It's a terrific rate of 4.3. Does it even pick up speed when it goes down a hill? Yeah, it's going at 8 kilometers per hour. I could barrel roll faster than this. Oh, but we've got a really exciting end here as it careens into the end point at a jaw-dropping 8 kilometers per hour. Jesus. Well, on the plus side, you've made the boring ending a bit more exciting. Let's just open it up. I don't even need to test it to know it's safe. Couldn't possibly hurt someone if it tried. Okay. What are we lacking around here? Why is boat ride here? Is there a way to add water onto a map? Well, who would have thought if I hit the button that looks like water, we'll be able to have water. I have a feeling it's something that's expensive. Just a feeling. How expensive is adding water? Lower the ground first, chimes in Alpha Gemo. That's some cracking advice you've got going there. This is going to be expensive, but that's what loans are for. Alright, now let's fill it with water. Nice. And then let's add the supposedly terrible boat ride, but I'm unconvinced. And again, I'm pretty hard-headed, so there's a lot of things I'm unconvinced of. We're lacking music around this place. I need to turn on more music. Tell you, that is efficiency. Now let's hope I can actually put my entrance and exit out here. Oh, I can. Except I made a bit of a boo-boo here. How am I meant to have my... Well, you know what? Let's not have people queue. They can just come straight in. It's going to need some watery music. Boat hire mo... Oh, rowing boats only? Damn, no jet skis. This is going to be boring. Oh well, come one, come all. If people don't get on and ride, they'll never be able to get out. That's kind of terrifying. Okay, we do not need minimum waiting time on this. Just get going if you can get going. Okay, I need more roller coasters. How about more marketing and a new wooden coaster? Well, you read my mind there, cracks. Because I was definitely thinking about this. Alright, we need a... Okay, for the whole park, that's fine. And our new boat ride. No! Quantum Golf needs advertised. And free food or drink if you get some funnel cakes, because I like them. I paid off 5,000 of the loan. Okay, at least we got that going for us. And people are buying their photo here, which is good. I need more of that, people buying their photos. Wooden wild mouse. I've never ridden one of these before. What do they have? Never ridden? Never created one of these before. What do they have going for them? Raise or lower the land? Sure. Really? We got nothing but station platforms? Ah, but we can have them chain their way up at least. I don't know what kind of speeds we're looking at for this thing. Hilarious. No, I know I'll make the station longer. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, how does this ride work? Which seems like an important thing that I should learn. How fast can I take turns with this? Instantly. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's just build it out here then, I guess. Being able to instantly go very high seems quite useful. Can it make it up? Oh, just barely can't. But what if I made it with ease? You know, just to get you up there. The risk of being too happy with myself, I think I might make something pretty good here. And then it seems, ooh, maybe it's taking that bank a bit too fast. Can I add brakes? No, of course I can't add anything here. Alright, well let's have it be up just a bit more then, before I make it go around here. There. Don't try and tell me that isn't a great ride. You'll fail. Let's get some less creepy music going. Oh, I only get to mine cars here. Always lift that chain as fast as you can. I can't imagine why you wouldn't. Let's test it out. I'm also just testing out, which we'll surely be great at. Let's have a nice big old queue for it. And some footpath. Name suggestion for a handful of serpentines. Why would I call it handful of serpentines? That's a little lost on me. I still hope that isn't too much of a turn. It doesn't look like it should be, but you never know with this game. Well, I certainly never know. Oh, good. The vertical Gs aren't so bad. Western reference for a fistful of dollars. I far prefer a fistful of dollars. A filst? Where did I learn how to type? Wow, I've made an incredibly good whatever this thing is. It might be a bit intense, but that's good, probably. It's not nauseating though, right? A little bit, but it's what all the footpaths are here for. Also, why are people not buying my incredibly overpriced umbrellas? Please do so. Do I have a hat store as well? No, but I have a balloon store and I'm not getting people buying balloons. Unacceptable. I like having balloons sold because you can straight away see them flying about. For a nub like me, why is Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 better than 3? Asks Maths Master. And I also would like to know the answer to that. True Leveler, who's in the chat, is the one that brought this game to the channel. They were going on about it at length, so I'd be keen to hear their reasoning. Right, this cursed music can stop now. A bit too cursed for me. You do, Jake, next to the balloon store. Yes, yes I do. Do I also have the souvenirs though? Nope, but hats are fine enough. Surely people will want a hat to celebrate their time spent in quantum golf. Wish I could make a see-through hat so you don't know if it's there or not. Let's make it nice and white so we can see it at a glance. Keep advertising that park, and we advertise for our fistful of dollars. I'd be very misled if I had an ad coming through telling me to grab a fistful of dollars. The loan interest isn't that much. I'm not doing a lot by paying it off, but hey ho. At least we get ourselves another crummy wooden coaster. God, look at these guys traveling at 3 kilometers per hour by boat. But would you look at that, we got some medium excitement for the boat hire, so it can't be that bad. We got any more rides we can have going here? I wouldn't mind some flat rides, but flat rides is not what this one's all about. No thrill rides. We're working on Haunted House though, we've got that going for us. It's a shame you can't crank out even faster research. Now my only options are the reverser. Now that is my only option. Dang, I made a pretty good reverser on the last one if I dare say so. And I do. So I'd be keen to make another reasonably good one. Suppose I can have it around here and link into there. Certainly people come and go at that point. And they would bounce into here anyway. But how does this one work again? I don't think it does the tight cornering. Well, it would if I made it stop around here, but... I have an idea. Let's have the crooked house. Get its queue mojo happening there. That will allow me to have my coaster queue into there. And leave through there. But that's assuming I can do tight turns on this thing. I'm not sure I can. This might be a bit ambitious. Yeah, it's fairly ambitious. I can't do tighter than that. I mean, there's nothing stopping it using this to turn around, so let's just go forward with it anyway. Alright, we station platform, da 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 da. And then what? Well, gotta get going some way somehow. Let's just get some height and work with that. And let's have it turn itself around. And reverse around again. So now it should be back on its regular track. I feel like I don't have enough handyman, right? Let's grab a few more. Ah, dang. It's just a bit too much there. Alright then, let's go up Daisy. Because it probably has plenty of speed at this point. And I gotta use this to turn it around. So we should first do some brakes. I really hope one brakes is enough. Can it S-bend? It can. That's a relief. Oh, but we can't have it lose all of its height just yet. It's time for a bit of brakes. Then around we go. S-bend right, S-bend right. The other right. And then down you go, of course. Maybe it can be a little lower there. Yeah. I can also have a bit more space to work with if I go out a bit more. S-bend right, S-bend right. No, I need more space. Simply wonderful. Now, I wonder where my crucial error with this thing is, because I have a feeling like it has one. Yeah, the fact that I can't make the exit come out here. That's a bit of an error, but I'm sure it's one I can solve. Like so. Shame on people who thought I couldn't solve that trivial little matter. Now, let's give you your entrance, your exit, and figure you out. Is it always best to have the entrance next to where the ride starts its journey there? Feels like it's always going to be faster for ingress that way. Oh, please. Get up there faster. Ice cream cones, and hey, it's 31 degrees in July, you're gonna need ice cream. Whoa! That is intense. What? No! No! How can this be? God. I blame this one for having a boring... It doesn't have a boring ending. Okay, I'm going to assume... And one should never often assume, but I'm assuming that's because it immediately goes into a straight up rather than a not straight up. It should just go along a bit and then up's a daisy. Does that work? Does that all loop together? I was hoping for a bit more Humpty Hump here. That was the whole point of it. Let's try it again though. So as long as we have this little bit that comes out, then we can go hump, de-hump. Maybe a bit higher with that hump. There we go. Alright, try it again. Please, I'm running out of money here. Why? I can only assume that this is one of those coasters that can't take the hilly parts that fast. So do I have to regrettably add some brakes here? Because that would be quite regrettable. Shanks, I gotta test the whole thing again to make that work. The spin and launch Jake. The sin and launch. Awesome, but no, this is the spin and launch. Alright, slow down. Oh no. Okay, you don't need to slow down that much, it seems. I didn't realize this game had fireworks show mechanics. Okay, you made it. Barely. What? No. Oh, come on. The safest park award goes to... there. Oh my days, come on. Let's give it just a bit more speed as it's coming out of that. Please, game, I'm running out of time and money here. Slow down. Okay. What did I have it at before? Will 43 manage it? Or did I have 43 before? I don't want to reduce the hump. It's where we get all the cool... Ah, it's never gonna make it. Did I try 49? Maybe I had one spot of chain on the second hill so it makes it. That's not the point though. Hold on, hold on. What speed are you going at? Alright, that looks fine. Surely good enough for all. We'll get our stats, and then we're going to open this thing up. Huh, it's pretty exciting. I have a great worry that it's going to explode when I have guests on it, because guests add a bit of extra speed. Is that really all the cars I can get on it? Oh, of course, it takes a lot of passengers per car. I'm definitely getting better at building exciting rides. Don't really know how, but it's happening. Uh-oh. It's first customers. They're going to hold that momentum. How about longer marketing campaigns? I think shorter ones are more efficient. Also less of an initial expenditure. Phew! Okay, well, if a full load can make it. Then we should be good. Alright, great. Just great. Time to let everybody know about the spin and launch. And it's free food if you get it from the pizzas this time. Alright, we're still going. Increase the visitors in a maze. It's backing up. Oh, jings, it wasn't... I gotta set this each time. Just max it out. And yeah, I forgot my do not enter part, so let's change that. Not that it's that far to go. However, there's another thing I wanted. That's some seats for it, because it looks like somewhere that people are getting a bit burpy. Give it a bin for them to throw up in. Alright, I'm getting happier with this park as every moment goes by, but I'm running out of space to put to use. I really want a bunch of small coasters that can add value and visitors to the park, but not take up loads of space. And I tried to do that with a wooden coaster, but I wasn't able to make something that was particularly good, because it has a minimum length requirement. What's a coaster that I can get good excitement with that doesn't have a minimum length requirement? What is the objective, Jake? Well, it's not promising for me right now, but I have to get 2,500 guests by the end of year 4, and I only have access to these really crummy rides. Even the flat rides blow. The wooden mouse one, it has sharp bends, it can be quite compact. I wonder if I could synergize a good wooden mouse. I wonder if I could synergize mini golf. Aww. Disappointing. We just need a long, boring water ride. No, we've got that one already. It's pretty boring. But think how much more exciting it would be if we had a crappy path going over it. A crappy path that no one was allowed to walk through. Hey, how much did that go up by? 0.1? Sounds like 5% to me. Don't like doing those kinds of things. It's very cheap, isn't it? Even I have my limits on cheapness. Brilliant. Jake's about to quit full-time streaming to be an amusement park planner. Don't worry, HDog12, it clearly wouldn't last. God, what an awful ride river rafts is. Is it even possible to make river rafts be exciting? Because I'm not seeing it. Right, since space is getting a bit low, we're going to try our hand at making an exciting-ish but very compact, which one was it? Wild mouse. I'm going to have to use all my guile and cunning to make this one come together. How exactly? Well, it should be something small enough to work here, that's what I say. So, let's give ourselves all the space that we could need by flattening this thing out. And getting going with it. Campaign ended already. Okay, well let's pay off a bit more of our loan. Do another couple campaigns while I figure this one out. The crooked house, no. People want Sir derails a lot. Now the good thing about this one is it can go up quite quickly, like so. I mean, I really wonder, can I have brakes on this thing? I can't have brakes. Ooh. That makes it a bit harder, because I sincerely doubt people are going to enjoy that. Try using something with helix rise hills. The only thing I think I have that does helix rising hills would be the wooden coaster. That's a lot of lateral G's. How many people ride per thing? Only 2 per cart and 2 cars to... Ooh, that's awful throughput. Well, it adds park value. But that is awful. You need to make those bumps at the end, Jake. Wild mice always have that. What are the requirements for a wild mouse before it cripples your exciting rating, I wonder? Minimum length 170, at least 3 drops. So considerably longer than this. But that can be done. I reckon that can be done. Thank you, Zergle. That's really handy. Let's just go straight up into the air here. And that's 2 drops. And 3 drops. And I can have it go through itself as well. Brilliant, dare I say. God, that's going to be some awful throughput. Whee! Good turn. Whee! Well, those lateral G's aren't that bad. We had a lot more and still survived. I think this could go up another one before it does its turnaround there, but then this would be... Eh, I've seen worse. I've seen a lot worse. And we can make it a lot better. Oh, crumbs, it's not at its minimum, is it? It needs to be just a little longer, but we could do that. Let's keep in mind 302 and 6. And I was thinking I just need to have it a little bit higher, don't I? That'll reduce perhaps a bit of the G-forces at least. That's totally not how it should be done, but oh well. Could I have some brakes here, please? So I don't snap some necks. No, there are no brakes. What about station platform? Would that help? It would probably slow it down, but I'm not sure if it would do anything. Is that how it even works? No, I'd need an entrance or an exit there. Oh, that's a shame. Well, you know what? It's not that bad, probably, maybe. Let's find out. Yeah, drop from a larger height will reduce G-forces. Ah, I'm sure it's okay. Ooh. Come on, bump it up. Good enough. Well, I did want it to go up quite a bit, but maybe that's too much. But now it pokes out. No, it pokes out just as much as the other one did. Can I bump it up and down a bit? Probably not. Here's a thought though. How about... we take a longer loop around so that the G-forces aren't quite so bad. Probably be pretty bad at the end here, but this might be a lot better. Hopefully it still has the length to it though. "186 meters, and I've already forgotten what the previous excitement was. Ah, extreme. What did I do to make this more extreme? If anything, I reduced the G's. I could just have a larger curve at the end, I suppose. How was the excitement again? 4 point something, so we're getting somewhere. There we go. How could anybody possibly complain about this? That's what I want to know. The answer is they surely can't. And they can't. Hey, not bad as wooden mice go. But this was all just a setup, you see. Let's call it the 574, because that's what it gives. You see, I made this just to get rid of it. Wow, it's pretty cheap, isn't it? It serves a much higher purpose, you see. As long as I can have it on the ground, that's the most important part here. I'm not sure if I bought myself the space that I need for this thing. Let's flatten this area in case that helps. I want to build two that have a synergized starting time, and that'll add a lot more excitement to it. This may or may not work. It's getting in the way there, probably those buildings there, right? So if I were to build another one, spin it around a couple of times. It would need to be there, wouldn't it? Also, needs to be space between them so that we can actually have that going on, doesn't it? Maybe that's not the best place for them. Can I have them here with any relative safety? Potentially. There was a space that looked really good for them. Where was it? Might be able to make that one work. Let's find out. Oh, wrong one to demolish. Oh well, we already had this one open. Clunk. I'm getting a bit obsessed with my idea of having them synergize, but I think it's awesome, so I'm going to try anyway. So if you're there, and then another one. Now I believe to make them synergize, or whatever it's called, the starting point needs to be staring at each other, so I need the entrance to this staring at the entrance to that. Which is pretty hard to see, but... that pathway keeps getting in the way. 1, 2. How dare that pathway get in the way. However, that's a pathway that can be moved. So let's just move it. So what it's all about, obsessing over a single idea. All whilst the time dribbles away. Look at those idiotic kids stuck there. Heading for first aid room. Yeah, you'll need that. There you go. I can't wait for this to not work for some contrived reason. But until that moment, 1, 2, and then we bring it out until it hits somewhere here. Oh yeah, that might potentially work. Hopefully it's not too far away. Because it might be. They're not waiting on each other. Don't tell me that's beyond some kind of range that it needs to be at. It's probably beyond some kind of range it needs to be at. But continue to not fret, because I can make this work. The range is 5 tiles. Thank you. Thank you, awesome Scorpion. I do like a good old single-minded obsession more than the next guy, but let's see what we can do here. Chunk. Now let's make it like so. And I want to get rid of this temporarily. Let's not have these people get lost there. I'm going to replace it. I'm very fortunate that I'm not having lots of other problems with my park. Imagine if I was. You know, like having Spiral Slide 1 breakdown. Okay, now there should be no reason this can't work. There they are. 1, 2, no, 1, 2. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that should work if I just synchronize, and you're already told to synchronize, so it should wait for the next one before you go, and then they should go together. Well, it would if this one was on test mode. Perhaps I should close both of them for now. Properly close them up. I'm a bit worried that you didn't synchronize your start there. They do not need to stare at each other. The BR rides didn't either. They were behind each other. Really? Don't understand. They seem synced to me now. Yeah, that looks pretty synced, but I'll take it. I'll especially take it because the excitement has gone up to 6.21, and it was certainly not 6.21 before. Now I just have the arduous task of linking them up to stuff here. So I'm actually going to get rid of these toilet... No, I won't. There's a path out there. I just didn't see it. Just nothing new, of course. Hang on, am I getting in the way of the other guy's ability to... Oh god, yes I am. Okay. No, parts... things closed until I can figure this part out. It's like a little maze here. And it's very hard to see this stuff. I'm probably going to have to get rid of this sick room and this toilet. I will place them forthwith. Here's your lavvy, and here's your sick room. It's just a responsible park administrator thing to do. Let people throw up in peace. There we go. Give people this at least. That's one of them dealt with. And then we just deal with the other one in isolation. Which is getting both of these coming out this way, which should be easy, right? Can't imagine how it could conceivably be difficult. There's one. There's two. This game really makes me want to hate foliage. There we go. Now they should be opened up, ready to rock and roll, and we got a great couple of rides here. Who wants to name our wild mice rides here? The synchronized slaughters. Whew. I just want to see them get ridden and people be happy, because I went through a lot to build these. And honestly, I think it's pretty good. The intensity is maybe a bit too high, but as rides go, people like them. I bet they'd like them a bit more if they had more scrubs for scrubs, or, you know, something riding along it, but 6 excitement, I can be happy with that. And that's not a bad nausea either. Call it itchy and scratchy, says the real Shaparker, which I quite like. Remember kids, we're in the itchy lot. Alright, we're getting somewhere, but we still have a lot more guests that we need to get, and we're into year 3 now. 2,500 and we're at 1,000, and the money is not going in particularly good places, and I have debt. Jings, it's... Oh, we're at least the tidiest park in the country. We should celebrate by having a couple more handymen, and maybe a couple more mechanics. Alright. There's still more that could be done here, I won't deny that, but I'm pretty happy with what we just made here. I could probably build a whole lot of those and get a lot more people coming into the park. But we could also advertise to get people into the park, so let's start some campaigns. Especially for Itchy and Scratchy. And today's free food will be fried chicken. Which is almost a subtle reminder that we don't have a lot of food stalls, do we? Fruity ices. Yeah, sure. And hot dogs. Ugh. I'm sure there's such thing as nice hot dogs out there, but where are they? I just don't know. Lowering the admission price will get more people, perhaps, but I need money right now, more than lots of people coming in. Lots of people I only need on the final burst. But, you know, they don't come in so easy, do they? But dang, if only I had some actual decent roller coasters to build. Steeplechase. Did we have that before? I don't think we did. Oh, we got another boring ride, didn't we? The Haunted House, a large themed building containing scary corridors and spooky rooms. This was the top dog of a ride in theme park. So we'll have it. I'd be surprised if it can actually break down. I'm liking all the 50 bucks I get out of people. Okay, I really would like to figure out how to make a good wooden roller coaster. Zergle had the requirements for them, and I think for future streams I'm going to get the requirements and keep them close by so that I can quickly reference them, because it makes such a huge difference whether you fulfill the requirements or not. But I want to figure out how to make a good, tight wooden roller coaster. I got all this space to work with. Let's see if we can make it happen. It's not like I'm flat broke right now. But I think if I can make a good, tight wooden roller coaster, I might even be able to synergize two of them together, and we'd be in the money. Unfortunately, getting height on one of these isn't so easy. But it doesn't need to be absolutely tiny, does it? Let's just try and work on a design, and let's also have some flat areas to work with when I do so. I kind of feel bad getting rid of these bumps. They give the landscape character, but when there's money involved, character goes out the window. Subway sandwich, so let's try not to forget that, but we probably will. Jake, remember your loan. Yeah, it's fine. It's costing us what? 60 quid a month? That's no big deal. Okay. One train, 12 cars per train. That's not particularly bad, is it? There we go, 2 trains. And I believe this is the good way to get some height. Well, height enough at least. And what do I want this thing to do? I need it to get some serious... That's too fast. That goes down just a wee bit too fast. Oh, well, that's a way to do it. But it's not going to be very fast at that rate. So maybe I need a bit more height to play with. Helix down, it should be going at a reasonably fast rate. Okay, I don't actually have the money to do this, but that's fine. Nothing telling me I have to actually pay off my loan here. That's surprising. We still actually have some of this in the way. Away you go. I want this to be tighter. Let's try to bring it in a bit. Yeah, it's not too bad if it comes in to this side, but I don't want that. Might be fine if it just does it this way. But it definitely needs to be banked. Well, that's okay. Now we're back here. And it needs to do some kind of loopy thing here that ends up back there as well. And I need to be able to have two... Dang, it's going to be hard to do a reverse of this. Is there a way to take a ride and just make a mirror image of it? Because that would be very handy for me. On-ride photo section, then it's time for the splash. Can't not have the splash, of course. No, it uses up too much of this space. And this is not the small coaster I said I was going to make either. I said I was going to make a tight, yeah, a very tight wooden coaster. And that has not happened. We've just ended up with another big wooden coaster. It should have lost a lot of its speed going through that water and getting here, so it shouldn't be a big deal. If I turn it around, bring it down. Where's our fancy things here? And then just get you down here. We're on the ground, right? So, clunk. And don't give me that. Get in there. Oh, he is giving me that. Okay. Might need this thing to drop down a bit faster than I'd intended. Which is probably going to be deadly. And maybe it's okay. Let's give it an entrance and an exit and see what happens. At the very least, I can delete the thing for loads of money united. Doesn't look so bad, but I wasn't looking to make a big coaster. How did it end up this way? I know it's not that big, but I was looking to make something very small. That end might have been a bit more of a neck snap than I was looking for. Also, why don't I have my two trains anymore? Oh dear. That's not something anyone wants to ride. That's easily sorted though, but I'm mostly concerned as to why I only have one train. I wanted 2 trains. If I make them with that, are they going to manage the ascent? Okay, good, they can still make it up. Alright, but all I need is some brakes somewhere. And I think I could just do a single bit of brakes here, slow it right down, and then we'll still be golden. Gucci even. And I could also... What happened? Where's it all gone? I could also make this into a station platform and keep my 12 cars, probably. Yeah. Alright, how you like that then? There's a single unbanked tile at the bottom of the helix that gives 3 lateral Gs, Jake. Single unbanked. Really? We'll see how he likes it. Is that really an unbanked turn I got going there? I thought that was a straight bit and then it banked. See, it's just the perfect amount of G's. Not bad, roller coaster. Not at all what I was going for, but... Oh, it's getting mobbed in here. I need more people off the paths and into my rides, or at least into my queues for rides. Let's make that a do not enter part, and create one of my favorite things, a figure of 8 right here. There we go. And now I can open up this incredibly safe ride for everybody. I mean, with 7 excitement, it's actually pretty decent. Probably. But it's not what I was trying to make, that's the problem. There we go. As ever though, we need benches and bins here. I like the way the benches and bins change on the corners. You still get to, but they tuck themselves into the corner there quite nicely. Did you sort price out? Yep. Price is only on the park entrance fee. That still didn't solve my problem though. I wanted to make a small ride, a small wooden ride. And I'm running out of space in which to do it because I just sealed off a lot of this area with it. I made it work for these guys, why can't I make it work for someone else? Oh, Ferris wheel, that'll save the day. If nothing else, it's a different kind of ride. And truly it's nothing else. I actually think I've made a fairly fun looking park here, given the awful subject matter, which is just crummy wooden rides. Steeplechase. Did I even look into you? Is there a way to make a tiny little steeplechase? What is it? give us at least. Brakes, block brakes, bends. I guess it needs to go up like so. Are they single cars? Yeah, they're single cars, so I guess they gotta go up. This does not look like a terribly good anything, actually. So what's the lowdown on these? Tell me, did I make something amazing? You could build an entire roller coaster inside that one. Which one? There are a few. Whee! And a little bump, and back it goes. I've seen worse. It's pretty crap. It's pretty crap. 240 minimum ride length on that one, so it needs to be twice as long as this is. Nothing stopping me from doubling it around, I guess. Let's try and play around with it. It looks cheap to build. I wasn't paying attention how much it cost, but it didn't feel expensive. $240. Anything else on it, though? I wonder if I could take a larger turn on this. Let's see if this thing can actually handle what I'm giving it here. 2 drops, 3 meter drop, at least 288 kilometer, da 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 da. Well, it's got the minimum drop of 3 meters, it's got 2 drops, not more than 0.5 negative Gs. There, did I do it yet? Did I make an exciting ride? Tell me, game. Also, accelerate up as fast as you can go. No, it needs at least 0.5 negative Gs. Then that's probably a problem for that, right? Maximum negative vertical Gs, and I don't have that. I mean, it's medium all around, which is good enough. It's not as small as I had hoped it would be. It's also in the wrong place. And I can improve on that crummy medium thing. Also, let's get rid of this. So hang on, for it to be even better, would I need more negative vertical Gs? And if so, how do I get those? Would I want to take tighter curves? Vertical Gs. Money's looking tight, Jake. Yeah, and I have this big loan as well. It's maximum negative G's that's allowed, not at least. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Let's save this thing as it is. So what are you? You're steeplechase 4, 5, 3. That's not a 3. And then we delete the thing. Crunch. And then... Removing the second chain might help. Well, too bad. I'm gonna stick you here. Should I? Or is that a stupid place to put it? It's probably a stupid place to put it. All this everything getting in my way really messes with my everything. Okay. Maybe instead I'll put you over here. No, it needs to not get in the way with this other one. So let's smack you over here. And that's all good and well. I think I'll just open you up as you are. I just elevated the whole thing. Whoops. This is not proving to be the easiest map in the world for me. I'm almost at the end of year 3 and I'm only at halfway to my goal. And the money situation looks tight, to say the least. Let's just make it as clean as can be. Oh god, I don't even have the money to place it down. Alright, well, let's just take out that sweet loan. Now what I'm looking to do is build this thing again, but reversed. But is there a way to simply reverse it? Did I just do what I think I did? Wow. I bet no one was going to tell me that. Now it's 1, 2, 3 away, now it's 4 away, now it's 5 away. Might be a bit tricky to get everything in here, but... Yeah, it doesn't work the way I'd like it to. How do I get people into here, but also... I think the obvious answer is clear. And I do the same for you, and just have the paths underneath. Okay, that's going to make it a bit hard to build these paths. Very hard. How can I see through that? Okay, sure. No, no, that's not at all what I wanted. Maybe I simply have to build this first. With a no entry sign, of course. Okay, now I just make sure that they are synchronized. And that should add a good boost to the excitement. And I'm just going to open them up as is. Because surely nothing can go wrong with these. Whew, why are all the queues so long to get people off of my paths? Otherwise people think the park's too crowded. Let's advertise the park with money we don't have in the hopes that we make more dosh. One of the queue lines is not connected properly. Where? Oh, this one clearly isn't. But it's so hard to see. There we go, I think that's it. There we go, now the steeplechase has been upgraded to probably high excitement. We'll see once it completes the loop here. Nah, medium excitement. Decently medium excitement. I bet I could make it even more exciting if I gave it a whole load of scrubs for scrubs. Goodbye money, but hello excitement. High excitement at that. How are you finding this level? Really difficult. I feel like I've done just about as much as I can here, and I'm still only halfway towards the goal. How do I get more people into my park? These roller coasters just really, really suck. All I can research are water rides and scenery. Make the park cheaper? Well, then I won't get the money that I need. Marketing is the answer to deceive people. We do marketing, that's the thing. There must be more that I can do. Maybe I could just build a lot more of these to bring in as many people as possible. We need more thrills and spills. Yeah, we don't get a lot of thrill rides. That's a big part of the problem. I bet this would have been easy if I just reversed it. Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't it just? I wonder if I have space for more of them. What is it? It's a wooden wild mouse, mini mouse for something something. It's a shame that this incredibly crappy coaster gets in the way here. This thing is barbaric with the amount of space that it uses up. Each ride adds a certain number to the max visitors. The spawn rate then depends on prices, rating and such. It's basically a matter of needing more rides. Yeah, I don't have a lot of new rides I can put in. I can put in rides we already have. Oh, I don't have dodgems. Our Lord and Savior is here now. Those advertising campaigns, they finish up pretty fast. And they chew up my dosh. Is it each ride or each unique ride? I imagine multiples of rides give an additional but lesser effect. Do you have mini golf already? I got 2 mini golfs. One is Quantum Golf, the other is Mar-a-Lago, which goes over my head. But Quantum Golf still has an element of excitement to it. The Dodgem entrance is behind a no-go sign. Ooh, yeah, you're right, I missed that. Wait, why is that even a no-go? That should be gone. I want people coming in and around this loop. Maybe that was a problem we had. Alright, well, we need rides. Oh god, I need to hemorrhage money more. So let's go and bring in another couple of our wooden mice. Okay, the way I've made them, it's not so easy to have them next to each other. If I'm going to do this, I should probably have them face... what am I trying to say? The way that the entrances face each other when I do it is making it harder to have them work that way. Or maybe I've been looking at it the wrong way altogether. I think I have. I think I really have. Perhaps what I need to do... First off, let's get rid of these lumps and bumps. This loan's killing me. How much loan can I take out here? 30,000. So I got 10 grand more that I could grab off of folks. Being able to grab loans off of people is a very good skill. But I think I've been too obsessed with the idea of having them look at each other. The ride is not such a problem that I can't just build it like this. Oh, except the the other coasters in the way. But if it's there, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I just had it poking out. Unfortunately, the entrance and exit are still a problem. Guests do not care how good a coaster is when it comes to spawning. Spamming tons of micro coasters is the most optimal play. Duplicates do not count for less. They don't? That's absolute madness. But I don't really have micro coasters galore going on here. My attempts to make micro ones ain't working out so well. Maybe I'm too obsessed with having this thing synergize. Maybe I should just spam the damn thing. I don't want to, but options are limited. Shouldn't have boxed myself in here as much as I did. The Dodgems is still closed. Thanks for the heads up. A lot of space being wasted here. If the game could kindly not keep reactivating trees, that would be nice. Alright, forget linking it up with things. That kind of thinking is just hurting me now. Log flume, Jake. We got the log flume? Because that would be nice. I'm good at building half-decent log flumes. Yeah, that's where it's at. It's also really easy to build, or rather to bring it back, if I recall well, and I might not. Oh, no, it's not as easy as I recall. Mind you, that's only on a 2. Oh, I could put it here and then have it just go over this. Might be good to go high rather than stick around where we are. Custom design, of course. Wouldn't dream of having it any other way. Come out here, get up, go over this, up and around the splash, and then back down into here. Yes. Gotta get those photos coming in. And I would also quite like to go through the Virginia reel. And under itself. And now I've lost my bearings. Where even am I? Splash. Of course, now I need to get back in there, but that shouldn't be too hard. How could it possibly be hard? When that's in the way, that's when it becomes hard. Oh boy, pressure's on this one. I'm just not getting those guests. Always a solution when you need one. Just break things. Nice enough. Except, and I bet I've scunnered myself in here again, entry and exit, they're somewhat important. Entrance, exit, yeah, entrance over here. There you go, folks. Get on in, please. Exit can just be right there, no big deal. No minimum waiting time, just get right on. That line is absurd. Nothing wrong with this line. Besides, I need to get people off the paths. Oh god, we're in year 4 and I'm nowhere near winning. Not gonna happen, says Epiphanes. No, never say never. With the power of our wooden wild mouse that only costs not a lot of money to build, surely we can win this. Oh god, not when I do that. Let's keep a calm head, Jake. It's all you need to ensure victory. Here comes the wooden mouse disaster. Look, if it'll get me through this scenario, I'm all for it. But right now, times are desperate. Hold on, what if I made a really small, crappy wooden log flume? I bet that's easier to make than... Nah, what I have here is already pretty tight, and it's very cheap as well. And cheap is good. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's get rid of you. I wanted to build it over here. I don't think people are going to be happy queuing for as long as they're going to queue for this thing. But their happiness is largely secondary to me being promoted to whatever the next mission is. There we go again. Again, let's not have people wander up and down there. It's bad for their health. Now, hopefully people don't queue up for this thing. Wouldn't having roads and to get lost on increase capacity? It's not like they pay you per ride. There's a soft cap on the amount of guests that come in, and I need more rides to lift that. That's what I can garner from the situation. This is a lot of lost space as well, isn't it? Even after telling myself not to box myself in, I continue to do so, which is a bit of a problem. Jake, make the first half of that queue a path, and then you can slot another coaster onto that path. Yeah, I could slot another coaster over here, most likely. Actually, there's no need to make this a do not enter area. Let's just get rid of that. And then people that do come down here can, of course... Of course. No, that didn't work out there at all, did it? Let's get rid of you. And then slot you back just a little bit. Ooh, it's getting messy. It's getting messy. There, we can slot you in there. Keep you all happy enough with some toilets here. And some more fried chicken. And some information. It's already March. We've wasted 2 months of year 4. No, it starts in March. Okay. Oh man, I need more guests. I need like 1,000 more guests. How am I even meant to get them? I think we should just go balls to wall on the loan, so we know exactly what we have to play with. Jake, that ride gives 55 extra max guests. What, then I need 20 of them to succeed? How do you know it's 55? What can I even do to succeed here? Doesn't feel easy. I'm not sure spamming this thing is a way to victory. I can send a link to the data of how much you're riding. Okay, no, I'm not interested in that. I'm only interested in thumb in the air kind of information in this game, or finger in the wind. Not in-depth chug through all this kind of stuff. Or these calculators and such. Don't forget to open the ride. That's a bit of an advanced concept. We'll try it out. Right, what can I do to turn this all around? I don't know, but time is wearing on. And I don't have the answers here. Jake gives 15 extra visitors. Stalls. What? I can't piece that information together. Stalls give 15. Well, we certainly don't have lots of stalls. We could always have more of them. Are you telling me that spamming stalls would give me lots of visitors? Well, everyone needs some lemonade in their life. And some donuts. At least his stalls make dosh for me as well. And some coffee. A spiral slide adds 40 at a 2x2 footprint. It's a spamming option. Spiral slide, you say? I feel like I'm just being taken for a ride here. But the spiral slide sucks. Right, it doesn't need people to actually properly queue up for it or anything, so let's try that at least. Squeeze out every last person we can here. What about the Ferris wheel? It's potentially really good, he says, not knowing anything about it. And then there's the haunted house, which I'm convinced is really good. Oh man, goodbye everything. But look, we gotta squeeze everything we can to get those guests. Dodgems are pretty big, which is a bit of a downfall for it. Alright, here's a thought. I have all this space and I don't use it. Don't forget to open the rides, Jake. What? You mean they need to be open to actually attract guests? Insane. That'll be those ones, but then there's you, right? There we go. Haunted house is terrible for the space it takes. Oh well, it's down now. Don't have an easy way to get out and around here, do I? Dook, dook. This is completely the wrong way to build a footpath. Oh. Oh, it doesn't work so well there, does it? But if it means that I can have extra space for junk, then we will have this path. It's also extra space for people to go to. So let the spamming begin. This is not how it was meant to be, my beautiful park. But it's funny that this is the one that's kicking my keister in, whereas the other one, no such problem. I wonder if I can be as clever here as I think I'm being. That's pretty clever. That is pretty clever. Not the most clever I've ever been though, and it's clouding my view as well. Just get it all opened up. We need those, we need that everything. This is so not how it was meant to be. So what was that about stalls? James, I don't have the dosh for this, but we're gonna do it. Candy floss guy, burger man, toffee apple dude, whatever that is. Also whatever that is. It's not a graceful win, but when I see that defeat is supposedly inevitable, I will thrash about to fight against that. Accepting defeat with grace is a resignation of the weak. Are you flying? No, you're actually there. That said though, I had no idea that stalls actually attracted guests. It's probably not making any difference that I'm building different ones here, but the needs must. Do you have every ad campaign running? No, I don't have any of them running. Let's just start one. They're expensive, you know, very expensive. And money is not what I have tons of right now. I'm not gonna make it. It's May now though, and I'm still not anywhere near that guest cap. Or the guest numbers that I need. Imagine going to a theme park and it's just the same ride over and over. Well, you haven't seen the Purple Disaster? Because that's a journey. Alright, bring on the burgers. This is what we need. I need everything at this point. Can't even see if there's a path there, but I think there is. Which of these many burger stores would you like to go to in your visit to whatever this place is called? Those ad campaigns are going to have more effect, I reckon. Didn't somebody else say that the ad campaigns don't affect the cap? Still though, let's have people come into the Virginia Reel. That's what they want. Free food or drink for my burgers. Even half price entry to the park, although that's disgusting. That person was wrong, says Zergle. What? I shouldn't be listening to any old bugger I hear around here then. I really failed at making a micro coaster design here. I tried. I think I gave up too easy on the idea. This one ended up not being micro at all. This one ended up being pretty tight, and I'm pretty happy with it, to the point where I saved it. The others less so. The question is if the cap is your current problem, Jake, or the guests coming in. That's a good question. And I don't know. Where's our entrance point? Perspective is difficult. Very difficult. Ah, here we go. Wait, somebody just turned around there and then. I don't like that. Why would somebody turn around at the entrance? Am I charging too much for some people? If the green arrow is the guest count is increasing, if not, then you're capped. Oh, that's interesting. If the post I'm looking at is right now isn't completely wrong, you should be able to squeeze out around 1,000 guests out of ad campaigns. Just do max left campaigns to coincide with the end of October. I'm almost out of them. I'm almost out of money. I've taken all the loan I can, and I'm hemorrhaging dosh. Oh, but only because I keep building rides. And stalls and stuff. We're in May, June, July, August. So towards the end of July, I should run every advertising campaign and try to squeeze out the last 700 guests. But it is going up, so we have that working for us. Let's pay off a bunch of the loan so that we're not eating interest as hard as we could be. And I'm going to make a save just to feel a bit better about myself. Ugh. And then speed it up and see how it goes. Because it is going up. It just could be going up a whole lot faster. Ever so much faster. Hi Jake, still online. Glad to catch you online. Oh, glad to be online. Hey, it's going up pretty good. Some people are turning at the gate. Yeah, I noticed that. Perhaps I need the entrance fee to be 40. Perhaps some people are coming in with 40 bucks instead. Alright. Yeah, and I think I'll just torpedo the entrance price at the very end. We're almost at 2,000 at least. And we are making money, right? This place will succeed yet. Come on, you bugger. Up you go. Up you go. It's not ad time yet. I need to have, let's see, 2,500 at the end of October. And the ad campaigns are 12 weeks maximum. So that's 3 months. So it's going to run for all of October, September, and August. So at the end of July, I pull out the 12 weeker. But it's going up. Time to forbid them from leaving. No. I need good park happiness. Granted, we have plenty of that. Hey, you know, it's growing fine. Don't know what I was worried about. Well, what I will be worried about is if that green arrow stops being there. As soon as I started spamming, I became unhappy with this park, but I've made some good things here in my view. Everybody told me that this coaster, what is it called, the side friction coaster, is garbage, and we made a high excitement ride out of it. It took a bit, but we made it happen. I made a fairly decent wooden coaster, high excitement again, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. I made another one that was far longer and is probably not nearly as good, right? Well, probably not worth the money at least. Plenty of length on it. I figured out the spin and launch. Basically, excitement was fairly high across this one. And I made myself a mini little wooden mouse coaster. The intensity still might be a bit too high, but excitement's really good. And that's not with one that synergizes. With this one here, here we go, 6.27. 6.31. Yeah, that's pretty good. Looks like you're gonna make it, Jake. Time for some victory music. Subtle, isn't it? A fistful of dollars is broken down. How can this be? Okay, time for ad campaigns galore. We gotta do a particular ride. We'll make it the best one we have. That would be Quantum Golf, of course. Does this actually have any effect on which ride you choose? Because I feel like it doesn't. But I wouldn't know. Free hot dogs for it. No, free tentacles for everybody. Free entry to the park? Ugh. Begrudgingly. Alright, come one, come all. Come on, you need to go faster than that now. How can it be free and half price? Different vouchers go to different people. Roman-themed horror house. Oh, what a time to be alive. And would you look at that, 2,500 and growing, still with 2 months to go. I want to find that guy who said I'm not going to make it. And I don't know what I'd do to him. Should figure something out about that one. This was hard. This was pretty hard. I wonder what I could have done to make it a lot easier. I mean, Callum, you're a roller coaster tycoon to giant nerd like Carter. What was I not doing that would have made this a whole lot easier, given that our roller coaster selection was, in my view, fairly garbage? Build more stalls. I went a long time without many stalls, that's true. But is there something inherently wrong with the rides that I've been making? Maybe I shouldn't have wasted my time using up huge amounts of area with garbage rides like the river raft and what's the other? Yeah, oh god, the Virginian reel. I made it have good excitement though. Got that going for me. Not much I could say really. It was a hurdle for me as well, says Callum, in a remarkable episode of humility. I mean, this is the man that brought Grimoire to our lives. Jake, have you figured out how to build compact coasters yet? Maybe. I built this little number, which is a fairly decent wooden mouse thing. The throughput is fairly garbage, but it's got high excitement, and the intensity isn't out of this world. And how thick is it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the entrance and exit, which allows me to have it synergized, or what's the word I'm looking for? Synchronized with another one of its type. And I like the way it looks when you have two of them go like that. I still think it could be tighter, but I wasn't in a position to be experimenting with that. Jake, there's a queue being used both ways in your entrance, but to the left. Well, I just didn't want to delete it, but people are just walking through it, it's fine. It's no big deal, probably. Also, we did this without loans. It's a fairly profitable park. I can be proud of that. Oh man, we're blitzing the guest requirement. This was never a problem. Got worked up over nothing. This is the dullest ride. And some of these queues are just agonizing, especially for things with such low throughput. Jake, did this have the roller coaster designer at the menu like the first game did? I don't know what you mean. But I know what I mean. It's time for more dosh. I'm still curious about people that are being turned away. Are there people then that only come in with £40? You got turned away. Yeah, only 40 quid. So I was doing myself a disfavour, maybe, by charging 50. Or maybe I just don't want his kind here. If you can't afford the entrance price, why do I want poor people in my awesome wooden park? What a terrible ride. If you can't get jet skis, I don't think there's any point in doing that. Alright. Restricted to only older style wooden rides. Your challenge is to build a thriving theme park in Fungus Woods. We made it with a pretty tonking company value. That was all on me. Fantastic. Okay, that was fairly exhausting. Let's save our map right there. No, I'm clicking on the wrong one right here. Save our map right there. Complete. And we're done for tonight, but what we're going to be doing next time we play Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 is the Gravity Gardens and the Infernal Views, and that will finish off all the challenging parks. Next up after that will be the so-called expert parks. Repay your loan. Ha, easy. And have 10 different coasters with excitement of at least 6. Well, what we have found is that we're an expert in making exciting roller coasters, even if it's a side friction or Virginia real coaster. So I think these are going to be too easy, just like Dusty Green's was, just like Bumbly Bazaar was. Alright, cheers for joining for today's streams. It's been DDR and Roller Coaster Tycoon today. Tomorrow will be... as if I know my own schedule. I have to go to my own Twitch page to check what my schedule is, because I don't know my days anymore. Apparently, I'm going to be doing my punishment games in the morning. That is Kenshi and Universal Paperclips. And in the evening, we'll continue on with EU4's Roman Empire. So until then, cheers and cheerio.